Winning doesn't just happen when we step onto the ice. It's the hours of training, visualizing, and obsessing. I'm awake for 16 hours a day, and every minute I'm connected, whether it's with my team, my music, my family, or my zone. It's the millions of little preparations leading up to the game, so when I do step onto the ice, I'm ready to win. Winning has everything to do with being prepared, clearing my mind, focusing, perfecting, because that's how I give everything I have to the game. I am a jokester, I am carefree, but I'm not careless when I want to win.
September 15, 2017. It's the first day of training camp for the San Jose Sharks.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you guys in about four and a half months, so.
Yeah, I know.
Anyhow.
For the first time in nearly 20 seasons, a familiar face won't be seen in the Sharks locker room, as veteran winger Patrick Marleau decided to sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs in July.
It worked out really well for them and worked out well for Patty, and it opened up opportunities for us. It's probably a best case scenario for everybody, but make no mistake about it, we wish Patty the best.
After spending the last few seasons transitioning to a lineup of younger players, this season will be the first true opportunity to see if those younger players are ready to step forward and take the reins.
And we knew this was going to be a little bit of a transition year with Patrick Marleau moving on, and I think with our group and the way last year ended, we wanted to put some young guys into the lineup, especially with the way the Barracuda played last year. Well, this is probably the most challenging part of the transition phase we started a few years ago. It was predicated on the younger players being ready to take advantage of the opportunity that was given to them.
With a handful of question marks on the roster and a lineup in flux, the Sharks begin the 2017-18 season by posting a respectable 11-8-1 record in their first 20 games. As the team grows more comfortable together, the next 20 games sees them rattle off a 10-5-5 record, which places them in second place in the Pacific.
We wanted to be competitive through this phase, this final part of this phase, and we do not lower expectations. We want this group to believe that you got to win.
As the second half of the season plays out, the Sharks continue to play competitive hockey, amassing a 33-19-8 record through 60 games. The team's resilience is also greatly tested, as Joe Thornton suffers a serious knee injury for the second season in a row. Suddenly, for the first time since 1997, the Sharks have no one named Marleau or Thornton on the ice.
I'm definitely proud of how we battled. I'm sure a lot of people thought we were done. It galvanized us, and we used that as energy. I think we proved a lot of people wrong.
It was a great test, and we got thrown into the fire. A lot of the kids got thrown into the fire. Didn't have a choice. It was sink or swim. They found a way to swim with the support of veterans in our room, leadership, and the key guys, the core of the team, which is obviously still there and still playing at a very high level.
After an uneven slate of games immediately following Thornton's injury, Sharks general manager Doug Wilson brings in some needed reinforcements in the form of Evander Kane and Eric Fair, which brings almost immediate results.
We had more points this year than we had in either of my first 2 years here, including the year we went to the Stanley Cup Finals. So for what we were dealt with, the adversity we had to face, the injuries, I thought we did a real good job of staying consistent. I think our team play overall, when I look back at the season, was excellent.
The Sharks conclude a successful regular season, propelling them into a first-round series against their California rivals, the Anaheim Ducks.
Rebound thrown into the point there by Burns. Save made, Gibson, rebound. Score!
Behind a complete team effort, the Sharks sweep the Ducks in 4 games and face the Vegas Golden Knights in the second round.
Game 1's disappointing. We just
didn't come out the way we needed to, and a lot of simple mental mistakes early on, and that game gets away from you.
Hey, we're 100% sure on that one? I think he was, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big game for us. You know, obviously it could be easy to pack it in, and you know we're down 2-0 going back at home, but we played hard. We stayed together.
The Vegas Golden Knights jump out to an early lead and lead the Sharks early in the second. But less than 2 minutes later, Brent Burns is able to solve Marc-Andre Fleury on the power play.
Burns the shot, score!
San Jose tacks on 2 more goals to give them their first lead of the series.
Grabbed by Burns, cuts behind the net, wraparound, he scores!
The Knights tied the game up late to force overtime.
You know, they scored, and we were just okay. Let's keep going. Let's finish this thing. And obviously, overtime, the first one was pretty entertaining.
With 3 minutes left in the first OT, Vegas scores and looks to have won.
I don't think anybody moved. Everybody had a feeling that it wasn't over yet.
It's determined there is goaltender interference prior to the goal. No goal.
You know, right when they said no goal, I think everybody's like, okay, this is another chance. Let's go. Let's get this win now. We kind of got our break, and now it's our turn to have a chance to win it.
Just 5 minutes into double overtime, Logan Couture ends the game on a beautiful pass from Kevin LeBanc.
Shot by Couture, he scores!
One of the highlights of my hockey career. You don't get very many opportunities to score in overtime, especially in the Stanley Cup playoffs in the second round. So something I'll remember for a long time.
The series then shifts to San Jose, where the Sharks are looking to build momentum off their double overtime win.
Placid, block, save, rebound, cross ice, Meyer, score!
San Jose scores first, but Vegas answers back with 3 of their own in the second period. After a gutsy third period comeback by the Sharks, the game goes into overtime. And just a few minutes into the fourth frame, Logan Couture has a chance to be an overtime hero for the second straight game.
Spectacular split save by Marc-Andre Fleury.
Fleury made a save on Couture in the first overtime, early in overtime, that would have put us up 2-1 in the series.
You know, I think it's a couple minutes later they go down and they score with a great shot. So
that was probably one of the key moments was not finding a way to win that game and really take the lead in the series for the first time.
It's tough, and those are the breaks of the playoffs. Those are the momentum swings that you go through, and yeah, you go from game 2 being on the winning side and that great feeling to obviously the losing side, and a tough feeling. So it's just playoffs.
The Sharks even the series in game 4, but are unable to replicate that in games 5 and 6.
Fleury played good. Obviously they're a good team, and any mistakes you make against that team, they've found ways to get some momentum going. And we just had a few too many games where we turned over a couple too many pucks and weren't able to stick to our plan.
Vegas wins game 6 in San Jose, ending the Sharks season in the second round.
Those handshake lines are tough when you feel like you're better than the other team. If we played the way we were capable of, we would have beaten those guys. And unfortunately, we didn't. So that's why it's so tough to take.
For the Sharks, the loss is hard to swallow, as they all believed they could do better.
We want to be able to win a Stanley Cup. That's our goal. When you talk to that group, that core group, they want to win, and they want to win a Stanley Cup now, and that should be the mindset, and we didn't get there.
Although they're left with a bitter finish, there is much to be excited about moving forward in San Jose.
Realistically, we have a lot of good things in place going forward next year. A lot of young guys that have really taken big roles on this team. We've got some quality veterans in key positions, and we've got the ability to add some things should we need to do that too.
The transition has been a success, and behind the veteran leadership, players like Thomas Hertl, Timo Meier, Chris Tierney, Jonas Donskoy, Dylan DeMello, and Kevin LeBanc, amongst others, have grabbed the opportunity to be impact players and have shown they're ready to help lead the next generation of Sharks hockey. The Sharks have opened a new competitive window in which they'll continue to battle to bring Lord Stanley's Cup to San Jose.
I'm looking forward to the group coming back a year older, a year stronger, a year faster, especially the young guys, and we'll start the climb again. And as we all know, it's not easy. There's always that every year you have to start fresh and create your own identity.